about those things that you feel God is calling you to in the kingdom. Be intentional about doing things with excellence. Doing things with excellence doesn't have to cost money, but it is often the small things and the little extra touches that make things excellent. Laying the table out for dinner with a candle and napkins, for example. Making the bed each morning. Learning to make tea and coffee in the way each other likes it. And where there are annoyances, we don't have those, do we? Where there are annoyances. Where there are annoyances that the other person doesn't do things like you do, learn to overlook them and not try to change the person. If they leave the lid off the toothpaste or the toilet seat open, just put the lid on the toothpaste and close the toilet seat. It's much less stressful than trying to change the habits of the other person in matters that aren't really that important.
I'm glad that I pre-learned all the things that Yvette didn't like before I married her. Just another thing on the culture of excellence. There's a culture of excellence has driven the preparation for this wedding, without a doubt. And everything that has been done here has been excellent. And everybody's brought that excellence to bear, and it's absolutely amazing. And you ain't seen nothing yet. There's a lot of excellent stuff to come. Awesome. A quick word on the culture of thankfulness. Right, so why should we cultivate a culture of thankfulness? Well, for a start, it's commanded in the Bible. 1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, "Be thankful in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you who belong to Christ Jesus." So being thankful is part of heaven's culture that we're seeking to bring to earth. What we give thanks for increases, and it releases breakthrough for more. This is something that we're training ourselves in, particularly in open heaven. We're learning that even when God does a small healing, for example, a cold or a headache, we are learning to celebrate it as if a cancer has just dissolved. Why? Because what we give thanks for increases. And we'll look forward to the days where we see the stories before us where somebody sneezes a tumour out of their nose. Yeah. And where metal dissolves in someone's knees right before your eyes. And yes, we've seen that too. It's therefore really important to be thankful for one another and for what God is doing in each of your lives, both the great things and the small things too. You can then be sure that He'll be doing the same for you. Remember the small things you do for each other and seek to do those small things on a frequent basis, like the toothpaste and that on. Sponge that off. When they happen, always remember to be thankful for what the other has done. And also we have to learn to receive thankfulness in a gracious way. A small thank you goes a long way, my mum used to say, and she was quite right. Take time to celebrate each other and be thankful for each other. I'm sure you are. We only get to walk this earthly journey together once, so we might as well do it in the best possible way. You get 2 for the price of 1, because I'm going to do my last culture now. Culture of expectancy. I think this is really important. Well, they're all important, but I like this one. A culture of expectancy is a culture of faith and a culture of hope. The Bible says, faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen. I've heard hope is defined as the positive expectation that good things are going to happen in our lives. So hope is the positive expectation that good things are going to happen in our lives. Therefore, we should expect and have faith and hope in God, in the future, and in each other. Now, our faith is what's in our deepest heart thoughts and beliefs. Faith is a substance, and it's a tangible, detectable reality. So we should exercise it just like a muscle, and as we exercise faith, it will get stronger. So we would encourage you, expect the best from each other, in every situation and expect the best to happen. Remember, there are no hopeless situations, but only hopeless people. And you guys are not hopeless. So what we believe about anything is much more important than what we do about it. I'll say that again. What we believe about anything is much more important than what we do about it. Every blessing we receive from God is through that kind of faith. Our experiences in life do not create our identity, but we must let our identity in God create our experiences. And our life experiences will result from what we believe. It's a final word from me. Expect great things to happen. Romans 12:2 reminds us to no longer be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I think you might have heard that once or twice before. As you both, and all of us, learn to do this and train our minds to expect great things to happen by faith, then it's sure that those things will start to happen.
To go and collect some sand this morning from the beach, and I forgot to bring my bucket. So I took a jug out of the kitchen instead. And just as I was collecting my sand, well, typically some people walk by and I'm kind of looking at them. I said, don't ask. And then I told them what I was doing.